And with that, I am now currently recording. Hello.
Hello, it's your boys. It's you know what this is. We had this recording done a long time ago, but who stole it?
Honestly, it could be anyone. IGPH, Gyro. No one can really know for sure at this point, but we're back.
I don't even know who those people are.
You see, the story, or the Sautry, for those who are in the know, it's just so compelling that we had to read it again so it could come back in our minds.
Alright, let's do this.
Okay. Chapter 21. Zelda's Adventure.
I already had a stroke. I thought it was called Zelda's Game. I thought it sounds stupid. Zelda's Game. Right.
Zelda's Game sounds like a really bad, homage to Bender's Big Score. Oh boy. Well, you know what? Let's not give him ideas. When the other split of heroes in Chapter 4, Zelda went on her adventure to help the people of Hyrule. First taught Zelda knew where she had gone to it was the secret base that is Death Mountain.
Oh yeah, Death Mountain.
Yeah,
I'm sure, you know, we're going to go through all the things we commentated before, because it's been over a year.
Yeah, we've already done it, so if we're redundant, no one's gonna know. No one's heard the original recording.
No, we'll feel it.
This is deja vu, wait a minute. So she did her special whistled, and her pure, powerful, virgin white, powerful horse, so powerful you had to say it twice, came to her 'cause she is a princess. She can do T-Sind of things. She jumped on the beautiful horse and rode to the cool secret base. She rode to the secret base, so now it's based. It wasn't before. And on the way, it became dark and nighttime. And she was attacked by skeleton kids. Specifically kids.
Oh, they're small. You know they are.
Yeah, the stall childs.
Yeah.
But she used her royal power and race, okay. Just throw race into there. I mean, yeah. To make those...
Let's bring race into this. You know?
I mean, yeah, you gotta bring race into it when the Hylians are involved. There's a little bit of a weird thing going on here.
Race bastards.
Then Princess Zelda arrived at the secret base. I wish this Princess Zelda would show up already. Tear. She saw her father, the King of Hyrule. Father, I have come to do my secret mission, Zelda said. But King Zelda... Oh, no, you are important to risk going on a mission. You must stay here to learn how to be a proper lady. No dot of mine is adventuring you are the future queen. King Zelda said. Zelda said and stormed off.
We got that dynamic going.
Yeah, okay, this is a little bit more than we usually get here. Father was not going to stop her going on an adventure. She is princess. Oh, I'm sorry, she's princess. I'd love for you to comment down below what that could mean. So
dude, princess is princess.
Okay, well, moving on. She can go on an adventure if she wants to. Though, Lucille, she had secret identity of Sheik, which she could go on adventures with, and noon. Not even her father knew that Sheik is really her. Oh look, he spelled Princess Zelda right. Give him a point. So she went down the secret passage that only she and her Miad Mary knew about. I love Mary the maid. And Mary also looked just like Zelda. Well, that's plot convenience for you, jeez. So you can't not... Oh, wait, I'm sorry, you can tell them apart, because you used a double negative there.
You can't not tell them apart. Well, read this next line I really like.
Mary is like Alfred in Batman, and she keeps Zelda chic...
The Sheik Cave.
Zelda Sheik Cave. Oh, yeah, well, yeah, you gotta have that in there. And safe, she also pretends to be Zelda when Zelda is being Sheik. So I guess this is to, explain a plot hole, because, everyone's like, well, where's Zelda when Sheik's go around, you know? I guess that's your answer. She has a lookalike.
Zelda was now in the Sheik, which was hidden behind the bookcase in the Brahm cupboard, and she went down to the Sheik Cave, which was connected by secret tunnels to all the places and puzzles she has delivered in. Then, Zelda changed in that her ninja chic outfit.
Thank you. I'll tag in for you. It's a tough task. That's why I had to take up the mantle all those years ago. By day, she is just an Orday princess, but at night, she becomes Chic Ninja Extreme. I don't know why that was necessary, but thank you. Then, she went out at the entrance of the place she knew that was now full of 10 monsters, but she could not got out there, overway, or it would be too obvious that she is Chic. I'm sorry, I needed a second there. I got indigestion.
Then, as Chic was going up this secret passage, she could feel the evil increase in the air, and it was clear that evil was behind that door to Palace, but she did not come.
Well, I would imagine she doesn't. She doesn't have her license. Sheik entered the palace, and it was all cobwebs and dust and spiders and skulls and evil things. I mean, really, why stop the bear when you got the ball rolling? I mean, do you remember the chapter where he just listed like 50 things in a row?
It was awesome.
Then Sheik used her ninja moves to stake around the palace. There's an image for you. So she will not be seen. That is the point of cooking steaks. Then she sawed one of Ganon's generals. Just throw that concept in here. Why not? I mean, he's got an army. And she knew that she should take them out. So she threw a Puss in the Ninja star at his chest, and it went in his heart and died like, I'm dead. Then Sheik ninja'd down the hallway, because that needs to be a verb, killing moblins and
that really should be a ninja my way to the coffee shop.
And Seclintons and orcs with her ninja kicks on the ways there. Note to editor, when we're done with the series, we need to have a count of how many times skeletons is spelled differently. There's at least 7 different instances I can think of.
So that's a very fluid word.
Yeah, Selkingtons, Skellingtons.
Skellington.
Seclintons is my new favorite. Vance Sheik got to the exit and summoned her black ninja horse with the secret whistle because Daddy let her board her a ponies for her birthdays.
She's spoiled.
Yeah, you got a ninja pony for that.
Daddy, I want a pony for my birthday.
But, you know, apparently the king is really opposed to her not being a proper lady, so go figure.
Yeah.
Then,
Just don't be a ninja.
she got on the big black ninja horse and rode, and I really might...
Black ninja horse.
It could be the immature side of me, but I keep expecting something horrible to follow Big Black. But,
yeah. I get some British broadcasting.
Yeah, it doesn't help that it's followed by the word road, so I guess my brain just took it to a bad place. To the front gates, and blew them open. Who is that ninja? A moblin yelled, but he got a ninja start to the end and died. That's my phone going off. I apologize. Okay, now he's really taking the piss out of this. Is it shorter? Is it Naruto? No, it's Sheik! A skeleton said, but was also hit by a ninja stared.
Sheik rode to the base of the Skull Master, who was Ant-Evil Nevermancy, and won the heads of Ganon's Wizrobe army. He had made many armies of the dead in the hideout to attack the village, but Sheik rode past them, and then hired her cool horse, and she jumps a Van Horse epically. Then Sheik takes the ninja sword, the katana, which is traditional sword from enlightened Japanese culture. It's fucking hard.
Isn't it? I mean, there was a time when you actually used to do this all the time.
It's not easy to get back in.
No.
It's not easy. It's not easy to get big in that big black ninja.
Something in my brain like goes off, and I go into a Zen mode when I read these, and then I wonder where I've been for the last 30 minutes. Then, Sheik used katana to kill many zombies and Sleckingtons, It was like, I know he's doing this just to piss me off. I know that's all it is.
You know about this at this point. There's like a certain like 2015. The series exists.
Yeah, no. We discussed in the previous chapter, like the one before it, that at this point it's pretty obvious that we had an influence on the writing. Like he must have been keeping up with our narrations. It was like one of those kick-ass battles in Kill Bill, and there weren't many zombies and undead monsters coming at Sheik, but was making mincemeat out of them. Not nice mincemeat of them, because it is rotting bodies.
Of course.
Of course, we have to let you know that they weren't tasty, even though Sheik was staking earlier. Sheik killed many zombies, and then was attacked by mutants, and Selkingtons, and Redeads. So Sheik then jumped really high and did cutting moves at 10 times the speed of light and cut them into pieces.
Man, Sheik came to the chamber of the Skull Master, and he said, Sheik, we meet at last. You can think you can estimate me like you kill the other lads. The Skull Master said, yes, I do, and soon I will have your head and heart, said Sheik, rather bloodthirsty.
I know, right? I guess she's taking out her rebellious rage on them, or maybe she has something to prove. I don't really know.
Pretty fucking metal for Zelda to be like, I'm gonna eat your fucking head.
He's changing the status quo on what we thought we know about Zelda. Maybe all her nice qualities are just Mary. Anyway.
Good.
There's a theory for you. So there was an epic battle, which is usually one of my favorite things.
About that, where he just says it was an epic battle, but it's like no descriptors.
Yeah, just use your imagination. It was epic, and that's all I need to say.
Just the author, if you want for me.
It's an open admission of I don't feel like being creative today. Here, just imagine a battle. It was epic. The Skull Master was using evil magic. Like that. Like, what does evil magic mean? I don't know.
Great.
Oh, wait, here we go. But Sheik was using Master Ninja skills as opposed to regular, I guess.
Master Ninja skill.
In swordsmanship. You not that last, but watch this, said the Skull Master. And he used a poison death cloud that does not hurt him. Well, that's convenient. That's what evil magic does. It doesn't hurt you. You think that will work on me? I can breathe. Yeah, right, breathe. Is it breathe? There's a breath. My breath's not working anymore. Breathe! Through my ninja suit, said Sheik. Then Sheik was dogging the Skull Master's kill spells and death balls. It makes you not be able to hear. But then he used a homing kill spell. What the?
I don't know about you, but like when I just like visualize all the vagueness, it's pretty cool in my head.
Yeah, I can make this headcanon like work for me, and I'm like, whoa, this must have been really nice for a budget.
Really lazy on his part.
We're doing the work for the author, but that's okay. That's what we wanted.
It's like this genius of Jack Russel. He's like, the imagination. I can't even compete with it. You just know it's cool.
Yeah, that's actually fair. I mean, I can't come up with a premise like Zelda versus Terminator, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm not 300 IQ like Jack Russel.
But Sheik ran up the walls and did a real cool ninja move that he used to reflect back at him and did massive damage. There are times where I swear to God, I'm convinced that he's partially an AI and he like Control V's specific sentences. Like massive damage. How do we keep seeing it spelled this consistently wrong? It's gotta be like tough to deliberately do that, you know?
Then she was used the katana to cut into Alpheds. Me, said he had the Skull Master, and then he imploded. Sheik took his head and mailed again. Pretty metal.
Yeah, as is consistent with this. Okay.
And
then
that's a ban.
Then Sheik went into the main city of Hyrule, which was now ruled by Terminators and evil monsters. See, we didn't forget that plot point.
Yeah, can't forget that's half this fanfic.
Oh man, it got so derailed after the first 3 chapters. And even if you did.
She jumped from roof to roof like a true ninja master. And she was locking for the evidence so she could reveal that truth about the evil.
She was going to the place as the dangerous research center of the top of the skyscraper, and she had to jump across rooftops, killing any rooftop monsters, and then she saw the skyscraper and climbed up the wall to the top, avoiding the Ganon helicopter. It speaks hi to you. And also, villains coming out of windows. Sure. It was like a level in Spider-Man 1 for the PlayStation 1, which is a real cool game, but also kinda hard.
Those, I think, are my favorite, Sally in life.
Yeah, let me tell you about this really neat thing I watched or played recently, and they just are really, blunt. Then, she got to the top of the skyscraper and was about to break into the secret hideout and base. But then there was a ha ha ha. Oh man, I thought it was gonna be the Terminator. Never mind.
Spoiled on that.
So this is the Sheik. I am not a priest. It was the arch black dark ninja of the evil Ganon dwarf. Was you? I'm sorry, it was so botched. Was you tink?
Was you tink? She said. Well, you know nothing about me because I am the Sheik, and I am well known as the best ninja. Sheik said again.
I think you are the second best ninja, for I, the Shadow Lord, will destroy you, said Arch Dark, fucking whatever, Black Ninja of the evil Ganon Dwarf.
Evil guy.
I'm loving that he's consistently calling him Ganon Dwarf now, so that must be another character. That, or he retroactively retitled the character in the middle of the story. Also called the Shadow Lord.
There you go.
Sheik then said, I will outmarch you in ninja skills. But enough talk, let's do this now, as opposed to later, Sheik said. Then, here you go, they did an epic ninja fight on the building with Sheik doing epic master ninja moves and kicks and sword moves, while the Shadow Lord was using dark ninja moves to do lethal attacks and also make him sleff in not shadow form, so he could not be hit. That's plot convenience for you.
They were doing an epic battle that makes Kill Bill and hits a Matrix, and the Mortal Kombat looked like doing taxes. We're watching the weather forecast. There, Epic's ninja battle was the spice that I could not even describe, or this words will burst into flames before he's melting. But it was really cool. An epic ninja.
There's your tap out. He gave
this just goes into tap out. Just I can't even describe it, man. It's just so cool.
He gave an honest to God in-universe answer. He said, I literally can't describe it to you or I'll burst into flames. So there you go. Anyone who was criticizing him earlier, take that.
Fuck me, I guess.
There were also just want to make it known, I was waiting for a Kill Bill reference. I knew it had to show up, so I'm not disappointed. Oh shit, I lost my... Alright. They were using a lot of strength cause. They are top ninja masters. And Nold Cold Evans see this fight tanky place. Sheik was firing Ninja starts, and Shadow Lord was deflecting them. And then, don't worry, I'll trip on my words, I gotta keep going. Shadow Lord using a Master Sword Tenyaki, but Sheik countered it. I'm not gonna write how. Shadow Lord used Shadow Magic. I guess that's a subsection of evil magic. But Sheik was dodging it. That one's new. And then Sheik attacked him with a sneak attack, but he used Shadow Spell to make him into Ghost. So the attack went through.
It looked like Sheik might lose, but then she did a super duper ultra ninja technique that was think lost for 100,000 years ago, and she then did firing of the skyscraper, which is 7 miles.
It's good to know. That's our power scaling feat for the day, I guess. Then, Sheik jumped, and then Brock into the fallacy. Yeah, this whole story is a fallacy. And Ninjad thought it and killed some guardians. If I pause, it's because I'm dying. Then Sheik threw throwing stars a guy, like it's just some guy, it doesn't matter who, and kicked at Gut out the window. Then Sheik staked more and Steph thugged the rest of the place and got to the head boss guy, the Mr. Black. This is starting to feel a little racist.
Big Black. What's that ninja horse?
Oh god, you know what I was just thinking of? I had a bad flashback to the casino arc. You remember that guy? And his name was like Mr. Chen?
This feels like a stupid cyberpunk mini-moose.
I'm just trying to remember his name. It was something really horribly generic, like Mr. Chen or something, or whatever.
Just the New York mob boss, man, Mr. Black.
Yeah, and she threw a throwing katana at him and hit him in the heart. Oh boy, he say, and was dead. What a way to go.
That's the story of Mr. Black. He got ate by a katana.
He got jobbed the second he was introduced in the next sentence. Oh boy.
Base character.
It's a good thing we don't actually make wiki pages for all these characters, because Mr. Black's only line would be, oh boy.
Well, thank you for the idea to do that.
Oh man. Then, Sheik was surrounded by henchmen. I can't believe he actually spelled henchmen correct. To avenge their master's deaths. But she used a smoke bombs to despaired and used then a real bomb to make blow up the building. And she escaped on her ninja hang glider. So someone played Breath of the Wild, clearly.
It's our headquarters of the Daily Triforce newspaper.
Oh god, wait, I'm gonna read ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Mr. Gorman, okay.
Give me your best James Jonah Jameson.
Damn it, that Sheik is a menace to society! I need new pictures of him. Pictures! Or I will go with the fat-ass kings himself, or that goof-for-nothing princesses, or that useless playboy Jack Link! Said Mr. Gorman, the head of newspaper, while solving his fisting on his desk.
That's nasty, man.
But Mr. Gorman, said reporter Lucy Lent. No buts! I want pictures now! One. Roared Mr. Gorman. So Lucy Lent went. Do you want to take a second to process what we just read?
Lucy Lent. What?
Lucy Lent went. I'm a fan of alliteration, so I'm all for it. To try to get them. And Mr. Gorman slammed the door to his office, and then he opened it again and screamed loud, "Oh, you're fired!" 11. And he slammed the door again.
Can you read that like Boss Nass from episode 1, or you're fired, like that?
Okay. Oh, you're fired!
11. There you go.
11. Alright, sorry about that. Note to self, work on my Boss Nass impression. Sheik arrived back at the castle. It's funny, I actually just had a dream about episode 1, but now I'm getting off topic. And
Switching dreams after this.
And spoke to the king and reported who had been taken out and assassinated. I don't want to know what that entails. I'll let you use your imagination there. Oh, you have done a good job, great noble ninja, and I gain that you are an outside in this battle against Ganon and his evil arm.
It's not a good arm.
It's on army. It's just his arm is the threat. I don't know which one, said the king. Okay, so Sheik, I fight for my honor and the royal bloodline, and the people and truth and Vikashri, said Sheik. Now, if only my daughter could see and know what a true servant of the people looks like, but she's not at the moment. It will be God for her to meet you, said the king, who is Sheik's biggest fan, and he has real exited to meet him again.
Yeah, but now talk about, like, a character, like, you know, like, set up. Like, this guy, he gets his comic books.
Yeah. He's been reading up. Then, after they spoke, Sheik threw smoke bombs and despaired. Then Sheik went back to the secret Sheik cave, thought a secret champer, and changed back into Zelda again. As opposed to not turning back to Zelda, I guess. Then Zelda entered again. Zant. Oh, oops. Zant. Oh, sorry. My Twilight Princess bias is showing.
It's evil usurper's aunt.
Yeah. Good old aunt. That's the cousin. And spoke to her father again. Zelda! You just missed Sheik! He was just here, and then he went in a puff of smoke. It was so cool! Yelled the king.
The king, everyone.
I didn't see. I never met that guy. Zelda said, You keep missing this guy. How do you keep missing him? The king said, I know I never met that guy, Zelda said again.
Again.
Can't read it. That Zledin and the king had dinner, and it was a great feast. But afterward, when Zelda was in the corridor, going to her bed, the maid Mary came in and whispered in Zelda's ear, There is Amkasi Mixes for you, Mary Aid. Must be a fucking secret message you have to decode. I don't know what she just said. I'm on it. Well, Zelda clearly was able to comprehend it. And went to the secret Sheik cave via a secret passage that is almost impossible to find.
Almost impossible. Not impossible.
No, it's improbable. It's very unlikely. Unless you're Mary. Mary tends to that, so she knows where it is at all times. Then Zelda arrived at the Sheik cave and began Sheik again, and answered secret the message, and it was from Good Terminator, and Sentina was also in the background. Oh great, she's literally relegated to a background character. Might as well make her a fucking JPEG. Good to know. Did she get a line? No, it's just Good Terminator, of course. Sheik, we need your help on an important mission. You must come now, said Good Terminator. Consider it done, said Sheik and left for the mission. To be continued.
Holy shit, and I didn't really remember this one, but
Deja vu, I was just gonna say that. I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, this isn't familiar at all, but like, I checked in the playlist.
There's no recollection, because really, it says, what if Zelda was a superhero, and you know, Sheik was the alter ego, that's it, and the king is just the gimmick of, you just missed him.
I think we blanked it, yeah, because most of this chapter is just, and then Sheik did ninja things, and then the evil Dark Lord did magic stuff, and like, that was the bulk of it.
That's every chapter. It's up to like whatever like the stupid twist of like whatever he's like, you know, deconstructing is to make it memorable.
Well, ironically, I would say that this was much more memorable the second time around. I enjoyed this for its silliness.
We'll see how well we remember in a year when we do the next part. No, but Control F the word Dan.
Oh boy. Okay. Dan, THAN?
Yep.
Oh god, 40.
Well done.
40. That would explain a lot, actually, yeah.
And from what I recall when we read this list, I suggested, hey, let's take a look at the next chapter. And we did. And then we saw it's the biggest chapter in like all of the whole. Is this it?
Yeah. This is the biggest chapter in the entire series.
And if you pay attention, it's just all the same thing. Just and then. And it doesn't look too long, but like it looks like a fucking nothing chapter. But
oh wait, oh no, I'm sorry. We're actually two behind. Here. This is the one we're thinking of. This chapter. Watch how long this is.
We got a little search bar, little scroll. Oh, this is what we're talking about.
Oh my god, I don't even know how I'll do it.
Did we read 2 chapters?
I was almost certain. I don't know. I was so sure this is where we should be in the timeline. I'm gonna have to check after this video.
This next one is 72,000. Oh no, that's the whole theory.
Yeah.
That's more. That's a book.
Well, thank you for joining me.
Hey, you know, I mean, there's very few people listening, and very few still who started the video. Tell me about that boss name stream you did.
Oh yeah, right. I have to make this quick for the sake of brevity. My girlfriend was like, let's see. She wanted us to sleep inside of a movie theater, and the movie she had on was Phantom Menace. But like, it was a weird YouTube rip of Phantom Menace, and it was like, I think the title upload was something along the lines of like, Star Wars Episode 1, but it's really funny this time. It's something really weird like that as a descriptor. And I'm just sitting there watching and I go, wait a minute, she's never even seen Star Wars. Is she even gonna like this? And then for no reason, my friend Tom cameoed.
Fan of the original.
The last thing I remember actually watching on the screen was like a brief cameo from Darth Maul, and then like it cut to Qui-Gon Jinn on like one of those Naboo space fighters. That was the only thing I remember. So there you go. Maybe this was a sign that
How cancerous is the suggestion of when are they going to remake the prequels? Because they already remade the sequels. I mean, they already remade the original trilogy with the sequel. So
when are we going to get episodes in negative... what would that even be? 0, -1, and -2?
It'd be episodes 0, 10, and 11.
I think actually they're kind of already doing that. They greenlit an animated series about the Jedi before episode 1, so does that count?
It's like 200 years before there's already like a big ass space war 200 years ago. I feel like that's too like not far back enough in time.
Yeah,
I feel like during the events of the prequels, it's like, hey, it's been peace for like 1,000 years or some shit, not just Civil War.
Yeah. Well, that'll have to be a discussion for next time. I'm sure we won't see any more allusions to Star Wars in the Zelda series.
Keeping this going, because I'm thinking about my dream that involved the movie theater.
Well, everyone, if you've stayed this long, tune in next time when we take on...
What the hell is just sitting there? I just see like, these guys are really good to listen to. My...
Yeah, this may as well just be a freeform podcast at this point, so if you've listened this long...
Check Russell listening to this. My dream at the theater was I went to go see a movie alone at the theaters, which is kind of like a taboo.
Yeah.
Taboo thing.
Oh,
taboo.
That's good. I like that.
And it's like, okay, I feel ashamed, right? There was like a bunch of other people there anyway, and it's like, shit. And I just sit down in the middle. And the movie ended up being the Germa movie, like the YouTuber Germa. And like the movie started, and I don't know if you know about Germa much, but like
I know a little bit, enough to like know who you're talking about.
He's funny. He's got his meme collection. But the movie starts with like a YouTube load screen.
Oh my god.
That just goes on for like too long. Everyone's like, is the movie broke? as if there was no projector, and they just like loaded up 1, 2, 3 movies. And then all I remember was basically Germa comes on screen and just berates the audience for going to see this in theater.
What a hero. That's essentially in essence what we're kind of doing now. We're just testing to see if people are going to be like listening this long without tuning out.
And just to keep going a little longer, just go to the homepage and just look at the title of one random fanfiction.
Okay, one of Jack's or just one on fan?
One. There's one random you can shout out.
Okay.
It's a beautiful picture.
Oh yes, here we go. I want... Shoutouts to XXX DTTS Chapter 9, The Time of Passion Super 18 rated version XXX.
This is the 18 rated version of the Doctor Who, The Time Lord's Son chapter. How about Five Nights at Freddy's Night of the Golden Body?
Ooh, okay. Let's read that description and I'll close this out. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Restaurant was popular. Oh, that's good to know. And all the guys there were entertained humans, loved it. It was great. But one day, evil Golden Bonnie tried to buy and ruin the restaurant place. Find out what happens!
Which we will not, because we're ending this one.
Babushka.
Bye-bye.